Kublai pi baro pi pe yakari khasi channel. Ngiban racha pi ko thuk khubor jangani ka tiyo menta. Kimat ki bokongsan. Lapan long yakajing tap vote hapo ka Soyong constituency. Hado kandai pawai point prapo hinyo percent poi kinong tap vote Soyong constituency. Saupu praganta ai por ka VPP ban pinsange shwa yakajing tap kam. Lejurup ka EM badi pet yakayo de lang hayo do. Yang scam ka sarkar ban pinkin ria yaki harijan na them yomulong. Bat kibe de Khubor. Ngine phai matash ka Khubor bania. Kajing tap vote haka Soyong constituency lapan long manaka shpotri mentau banai jimang ar pulai laban pinkin mahangni baya kane ka election hakani ka constituency mentaka snam laban pinkin riano nagadaw ka jing kladno jomba HDR lingdo ublade uwei naki kirtong ublathmu ban yang yakun hakani ka election
केंद्रीय की कृतंग की ब्लाई खुन नगनी constituency की किंतु युवा संचार लिंग दो अथवा नकसंग UDP उबा सामलेन मालंgyang नकसंग NPP उबा S Osborn खरजाना नक कांग्रेस बा संदन दोरन तथ्यांग नक HSPDP बा सरफ E खरबुकी नक BJP बा स्टूडिंग स्टार थबा न तृणमूल कांग्रेस
The confidence that I have through the hard work all the time, all the last 5 years, I worked together with the people on the grassroots level. And now after the election of Soyong constituency, they are extended after the demise of one candidate from my constituency. So I work very well how to make sure those politicians who are not proper organization, but now I have improved in that part. That is, I have the confidence to win the election.
Do you think you've done enough for the people of Soyong constituency these past 5 years? Because there are many from your constituency who said that the MLA never did anything for the constituency. There's a lot of lack of development and other things.
Yes, always that the opposition they blame. If they apprise me that I have done so many things, so the vote that I will come, I will score majority for the vote, then they lose the security for them also. So that is why during the election, all the opponents they tell me that they don't do anything in Soyong. They imagine even though the PHC at Wellington after 12 years cannot function. But after I come as an MLA, I opened it in 2019. So subcenter and everything, I follow up those projects have taken by other candidates before, other MLA. Then I never left it back. Then I have to finish and complete it properly. So that is why the people they see that Basamlin is a genuine person to be retained as MLA from Soyong.
Do you think that because there's a lot of sympathy factor for the UDP, hence it might be a challenging task for you to retain the seat? Do you think that sympathy factor will really work for the UDP?
No, you see the sympathy in Soyong does not work. You see that candidate also from the UDP have so many issues with his uncle before. Then the people of Soyong, they don't want to follow him because he didn't respect his uncle. His bad word, what did he mention that our uncle is experienced? That is very big mistake for him. So the sympathy vote is not much work in Soyong.
Okay, and also who are your contenders? Who's the competition for you? If not UDP candidate, then who are the contender for you?
You see, free and fair. As of now, the main contender is UDP, not others. That is true.
Yeah, very much. Today is a special day, of course, and I feel it's also nostalgic at one point because this is the time where my uncle has to come and prepare this election, but his death has been a big loss to us. So in his place, I am his replacement. So I feel this time, this election is special, very much special.
There's a lot of, not speculation, but people are saying that you're not his son, so that a sympathy factor may not play a major role here.
There's no much of saying son or nephew, but it is the voice of the people, I say. I would say that much. It is the voice of the people.
And what are the promises that you've made to the people? What would you assure to the Soyong constituency people if you are voted?
Okay, if the people of Soyong constituency give me that mandate on the 13th, there's a lot to be done in Soyong constituency. And like what I've said during my campaign, like we don't need just any legislator, we need a lawmaker who will go to the assembly and speak, to raise the voice, to carry the voice of the people and debate for them. I will be their speaker, and that's all. That's what I wanted to say. Like during my campaign, I will say, like I would speak about the ILP. I will voice out about the roster recruitment system and also about the uniform civil code.
Now we also see your opposition, the National People's Party. The national president itself said that Soyong people have now seen that if everyone is merging with NPP like the PDF, why would they look at other political parties? What is your take on this?
Well, we should put the government, the party aside. But what is the voice of the people here in Soyong constituency is they want change and they want Sincha to come into power, so that myself, that they want me to go and speak in the assembly. That's the main thing, that they want me to go and be their lawmaker.
Uba Frederick Kharkongor ubalong Chief Election Officer ka jala ula yatho bat pentep ba ka jing poi jongki nong thep vote Soyong constituency kala kocha ka khandai phoi point pra poi new percent but kani ka tamru ya ka turn out jong ka election ka ba hak hadu.
So 91.87% is the polling percentage. It's much higher than the previous polling percentage, which was 90.46. So there's a marked, increase in the polling percentage, which stands at 91.87%. There could be marginal increase slightly, but 91.87 is what is the polling percentage as at 6 p.m. So by and large, the entire polling process was very peaceful, and voters turned up in large numbers, as you've seen as is evident from the from the poll percentage. The participation of women was significant, as we all know that even against the total enrolled electorate of 34,783. Females accounted for 17,687 in terms of enrollment, and males at 17,096. So even in right from the enrollment also, the women voters they were much higher than the male counterparts, and also today in the participation also, women participation was significantly much higher. There was brisk polling in the morning and right through to the early part of noon, and then post noon things were a bit slower, but then it picked up again. But most of the polling took place during the early morning hours and in the first part of the day. So as per the figures that we have received, there are 3 polling stations, Maumaram B, Karongoi and Nonglinkmen. These 3 recorded in excess of 96%. Maumaram B was 96.49, Karongoi was 96.45%, and the third polling station was 96.38%. So 3 polling stations recorded votes in excess of 96%. Till the time that we received the reports, the lowest polling station, in terms of voting percentage, was Rinli, which about 73.22%, but it would have increased, I think, because polling was still going on. Of course, now all 63 polling stations, polling has been closed. A few other highlights. During the poll, we had no machine malfunction. During mock poll, of course, 1 ballot unit, 2 control units, and 4 VVPATs. They had some malfunction, but they were promptly replaced. So in terms of percentage, it's 1.59% BU, 3.17% CU, and 6.35% VVPAT, which is very marginal. But during the poll, all the machines worked smoothly and did not malfunction.
Hadirin ketika seni Shipotrik kata hadirin kajing tap vote ha so yang constituency ka election commission kalapan long ya kajing nyopat ya ki vote men ha kasing sat jan khat lai tarik men ta Taiew.
Hadir lada banyo iki vote ukertong ke UDP uba senchar ke par roiling dot ba ula job hakajele da ke batam hadu lai hajar saus pa sau ku ar vote ya ukertong uba jam tam uba samlin malngyang kakum ke jingkhen ke bakhat do ke UDP ke layo khandri hajar drus pa nyu khandai vote ke NPP khat lai hajar ars pa san phunyo congress 6000 news pa andre ku ar Trinamool Congress Prapokandai, HSPDP Hindre Puar, but BJP Saupo. Kibathap apok kanota kidon hadu aspa anyu puar ngot.
Chief Election Officer ba Frederick Harkunga ulay thuru ba katanat excise kalayo ban kurup adu shejar shispa saulita kakiat nakashnong mau ko tep hakasi bala penlong ya ka MLA election ha so yung constituency.
Ba Frederick ulay thu shu ba baro kini kikiat ki bayo kurup kini kikiat pareng sudah kulapan mi hari India.
There was a seizure of liquor at 2 p.m. The team from the excise office of the district election officer and the excise branch and the excise department, they had seized about 1,104 liters of liquor. So this is a fairly large seizure. Even if you given the context of even one constituency, it's a fairly large seizure. In terms of monetary value, it is about 4 lakhs. So with this seizure, which is huge, with this huge seizure that was made today, together with the previous seizures, we had 346.970. So together with this, total cumulative seizure so far is 1,450.97 liters. So, but today's seizure on poll day was quite substantial. In fact, 2 vehicles had to. The liquor that was seized filled 2 vehicles.
Umentri rang ba kajala Conrad ke sang maman ha kasini kong jong Taiew ulok khari ka jing yalang jong baro ki jat ben rio na kajala Manipur banyak kran halor ki jingja ki berang de jashen hapok kajala Manipur.
Habai kram kinong thok Khubor hari melawai kajelang umentri rang ba ulai thu bana kalian jengin ki part Manipur kila pandem kajerap na sarkar megalaya hakim pun kiliang ulong bakila pan kajerap bakirpang naga benta kituk bilawan phet no shani bar ki bahing sem jong ki hakum kani kapor baki shamjing e.
So there were some leaders from certain communities, from the Kuki community. Some our leaders had come, some Kuki leaders had come. And we had a detailed discussion, and they had expressed all the concerns that they had, and they've asked in whatever way possible if government of Meghalaya can assist and support, especially the people who are coming from Manipur into Shillong to be with their relatives during these very, very difficult times. And so we have told them that yes, whatever is possible from the government side, we will do. We will be supporting them. These are very, very difficult moments. And as a state government, obviously, we understand those concerns, and we will do whatever is possible from our side to help them and support them. At the same time, they have requested if certain issues and concerns can be raised up at the Government of India level also. So I have assured them that as they've asked as from a political side also, as a party also, and as Chief Minister also. So in both levels, we will be taking up the matters with the Government of India. And I once again appeal to all of you that we can do whatever it takes from our side, and appeal to the people of Manipur, especially to all the communities, that whatever the complications that are there, violence is not the answer and that we can sit down and through dialogue we can find solutions to the problems. So I urge the people of Manipur that we should make sure that we bring back peace. We should stay away from the violence, and whatever problems we should sit down and through dialogue try to resolve them.
So till date, how many Meghalaya students have been evacuated from
So
Manipur?
almost 300 plus have been evacuated. All have come in. There are just a few that are left. Some are themselves wanting to stay there. Some are in very, very interior locations, and hence, from a security perspective, it's a handful, maybe about 3-4 of them, whom we are in touch, and we'll see at the appropriate time how to bring them back. Apart from that, the rest, all the students and all the people who wanted to come back are already back in show.
Tanghapo Andrews ngi ba ka jila Meghalaya kalalit ban sha bat palat no ya ki no Meghalaya ki besong basa hapo ka jila Manipur hado kumba arspa sapo arngot ki bakentup iki samla puli bat kumjo iki bahayang asem jong ki khana puli kila yo banwan phai no shalayeng
Habai thu Shakinong Thok Khubor Commentary Sarkar Kabareru Kanong Akti Jaka Sarkar MDA Kalong Balasdang Banlishaw Kinong Meghalaya Nado ka Santarek Mantau Banai Haruga Khandai Tering.
See, the first challenge we faced was how do we get in touch with these people? There was no internet. Cellular networks were strained. So, communicating with these citizens was the biggest challenge because we could only communicate through cellular text messaging and telephonic conversations. Then the other challenge was how do you coordinate with the army and the military to evacuate and provide necessary security for these citizens to be moved from one part to the next, either from RIMS to airport, from Moray to RIMS to airport, from Chorachandpur to the airport in Imphal. So these were very, very big challenges, and that is why I reiterate that we are so grateful to the Assam Rifles and other army personnel who went out of their way to fetch our students and citizens from wherever they were. We were working round the clock. For about 72 hours, I did not have good sleep. So you can imagine I am here, but can you imagine the situation there? Even our students did not sleep because there was so much commotion, so much law and order situation around them. So that was another very, very big challenge. The third challenge was how do we book tickets for these citizens and how do we send the PNR numbers to these students? So that again was a very, very big challenge. I'm grateful to the General Secretary of the Students' Union at RIMS, Anis Wajri, and his colleagues, who went out of their way to coordinate because in the RIMS campus, you have huge hostel facilities. So communicating from their place of stay to communicating to whoever got a ticket across that huge campus was very, very challenging. So they were very vigilant and we are very, very grateful to them. The other challenge was ensuring that every citizen had a PNR number in their telephones so that army would pick them up because army was very clear. We will not pick up anyone who doesn't have a ticket because all they could do was pick up the citizen and place them outside the airport. So these were some very difficult times, and I'm happy that we have come to this situation where we can comfortably say whoever was the citizen, this was a voluntary evacuation processing. Government of Meghalaya never said we will definitely rescue everyone. So it was an option given to citizens. Citizens called in to a call-in number, registered their locations and requests, and that was how we coordinated this whole evacuation.
There's another concern about post-traumatic stress. So is the government planning to go some kind of counseling or?
We have not yet looked at that because the only concern for students was their safety. We are not yet familiar with any other worse scenarios that these students had to go to. It's just that they were very, very afraid of this ethnic clash that was happening around them. and we do not have any report of anyone having such a traumatic experience that they need treatment for that as well. So if and when the students do get in touch with us, and we are open to that also, because we already have a mental health policy in place. We are trying to ensure that citizens do not get traumatized at any point of time for any reason at all.
Kaseng VPP menhaka khat artri menta katayo kalalit bantur sya secretariat dakating tmu banyak kundu yo menteri rang ba kajela banyak ran halor ka reservation policy. Hari bikilayo ajing tebau menteri rang ba dan hanong ba kinong yalam kaseng kilalit ban IT no ekador khas au menteri rang ba benrap uba asnya bhalang dhar. Kaseng kala aipor sau popra kanta ya ka sarkar ban pensange ashwa shipor ya kajing thep kam bat kinu ki interview thep kam.
Ka sarkar kala pen step ye ki kam khot kam agini ki si man la Taiew ki khot application tinamar katang isngo ba larangi nisha ba ka sarkar kanang khot ban pendap ye kini ki post ki ba like kumagala manta hagani ka dur banagani ka rukom kan long ka jingro nong ka bakraw tingi isngo thu ba ka sarkar ka kwa ban delay ye gani kamat ka kwa ban pinsuki banaga ju opor kalanang khot ban thep kam man la ka sni Today na market around ni small bagay ka por baningkong ni day ban dana ka sorka bagay ban pinsange mardor yakini ki interview kam namar kani ka jingre ka jingi kadai yakini ka mat ka bangile keren baro ka job reservation policy nila keren adu ka baningkong ba nyemdon ka jingi yakata ka roster mereka tahu ka tengrai juga jingi ka bami haba pentri kam ni ka roster hakani ka por ka pamenta kadai lingba katai ka reception policy lapan khaya ka chinge na katai ka reception policy namar ka jingba kam long ka ba shong hok le singala banong kam long ka ba piang nagamta jongkini ki ki jatkan ri ki shong hagani ka jalami ka halia ila banong kumno sanpo la lai busan hapor bingi ngin begini yok benta markat ju kadai kata ka bapenlong bahagini kisni haba ka sarkar kala khot ye ke interview haba la advertise ki post ki balai ki samla khasi ki sedang ban ut ki kmi ki pa ki sedang ban ut namar ki val dalak ka kam shipotli nyau kan lek shatai le sigan don hangni la nilai kan don hangni kata ka dei namar ba ka rukom bha thum kam lingba ka ni ka reception policy kam long ka biang Dai namar kata katau ni layak keren. Komban supin kemau ni lara ya kani hapo assembly. Chief minister ulat jubab ong balara kim snow ya. Kin lek siriying kasiri. Ngai kumpoi perhat bagaying kasiri kan ai ka jubab. Bagani kadai ka kamram juga sarkar ban thawi ka policy. Ban pendek kadai ka kamram juga sarkar. Bat kaying dorbar thawan. Kamdai kaying kasiri. Nisgo tho bagin nongalam jingi. Kibada na secretary na kapor kim jukwa ban wengi ke jie kibaga judgment yu kay gendo dayola kinyat sagadiang kinyat sagamon kinyat keleng kimtre ban shim ya ke jingitli ban mentaru kikwa ban persang ban nyat ya kani sagayeng kasri ndre metam donla don linti ya ke moipap kila snow thu bagian hap ban le ye baka voice of the people party kumba kala kular hakipore la election bangini khi yagani ngilai kran po assembly ngikam jiat bang election surok kumni na do kasni ke baningkong ngim kwa nrengi om bala daga jaka ya tai kadai ke jaka ka bangim yo penban galat bani kran nani ke sarkar kam kwa bangini tai ngini theri ngini ke banta ngina ban mi menta shasurok koti pai babi ngitep ngilai yo jingtep bau chief minister bau deputy chief minister Kim Don Hashalom kila hair sa Delhi ngamtip bagiting haduk kane ke VPP bagawa jintip kaya kakam ke bakirki kata bahapanya mere simit mana sport Delhi hana balipan international airport tangga airport benar ni rumah putri kamhala balipan international airport baik putri baik ni kepada lupa mana kadai tangga daw bangkiar namar bafimot bangi kinoyalam jong the voice of the people party Angilong ki batuna pa ni tentang sawat kamat ai tu ke siti hang no rum lele. Ai ki mut bat insult yang ngim le ai mangi ki amale mata. Ngin pha de ki bri ji ko parti bikin le ai. Ngim le ai. Ngin le ji by Dr. Karachan, Obrong Vice President Dr. Ricky Singkon, Obrong General Secretary Kinley ai kata ke siti ban poi. Ha ke office ke jung Chief Minister. Lani menu ba pediang ngim da ko atip than ni kata. Tambahkan poi pos secretariat kalabian. Bagin tep ba the voice of the people party kalabu por South Prakenta pada ban issue yang notification ban issue ban thought interview kat ban pala ban pendek yang reservation policy.
Memang pada sanpo senam mencap senam mana perkemau bahkan dia ke jele bat kikaro kandai ko bagi isi garo kandai bagi je ki khasi rewang ye pi ngilong so concern ni ko slai pa bagi pet ya ka jong jala sanpo senam jagau kan kiu kahia de mat kadau kani ke isu ko mangi isi mata ko jalan jumpa aten ngen pen ngnya cho pram mereka kan kiu pai ba hadu bagi yo tau so ko ke jing jok ndai jo ko parti Rejong kejela khantam kikon sama kibadai ho namat kadau sai wei bat ba ko pun kemau pi boleh yom badong kam ban pai saka kami kibadai reservation policy namar karton constitution kadai tangka job nei kiling lang pa ya academic ko sosi badong kejing tu dong jong kejela kadai bagi tu iki kon sama kibadai Demat kadau, ko bersupai supaya kalian, nak kalian ke akademik, nak kalian ke pulih putih, nak kau ibat kicai pendiriu. Siteng leti kuan pai no, kan lo kacung tu dong yang jelas.
Nak kalian jongka parti, meskua akan fikir mau, bagani kamat kebangira, haru kani kepor, bagani kelimat kebamentang, kani kamat kebangi lalit supaya bang, haswa jongka election, bagani kawai, nak kimat kibangila penerung, haka election pledges ke jongi ka jingkular ke jongi hakamat jong paipa habang hagani election ke dang sudam bakum ke parti isno bagani ke kamram ke jongi upaipa ola kerja nigi hagani election halo kita kinonglem bagani ke kamram ke jongi bangin simkia ya kani ke isu ke ba omdai tangna kalian jong ke parti ringa tips kem rupan bana kalian jong paipa bakhamtam na kalian juga kum ke jaj benrio baru kum khasi ni soto bakani ke isu ka bangla isu teng baru sanpui tli kisnem bakata galong habide bakani ke reservation policy bar haju kaporu khamtam da ka jing rai jong sarkar ban pentre kam ya ka roster system kum bakalong nadu minshim snem arjar arpuan ka rukom pentre kam ya ka kalong kabano sidang bat kabakta yang ikum kejat benriu ho nyem doni ai bankren ya giwei pat nei nakaliang joka parti isno ba habang isno tu ba ya ka hok ke jongi lasha ban simno kadai ka kamram ke jongi bangyen wan shikman ban yakun bara ka ju por ban pan ya ka jing kesan ke jong pai ba ha ka ni ka janmit ka bamenta.
When we fight for the reservation, it doesn't mean that we fight for ourselves only. We fight so that this reservation is just and fair for the two communities. And as we know, according to the present policy, it seems that it even gives a chance to the tribe from outside the state to enjoy this reservation policy. This reservation policy has to be for the Garos of Meghalaya, has to be for the Khasis in Meghalaya, not any other tribe coming from any other states. So it is for their own good only that we are trying to, bring a solution on this issue.
But are you trying to reach out?
Definitely we will be discussing, we will be engaging, because our stand is not against our Garo brothers. We just want to see that this policy is being reviewed, we look, we examine and bring a better policy which is just and fair for both the communities. We will be sitting and decide as a party what are the steps to be taken in case the government failed to comply with our demand.
But we have seen the government had already made its stand clear that its focus is for implementation of the roster system and not reviewing the reservation policy. What do you think?
That may be the stand of the government, but our stand is very clear. The problem is not with the roster. The problem is not with the roster. The problem is with the entire policy itself. The policy is not proportionate. So how can you, you divide the policy by two only? You need to understand the population structure of the state. You need to see that the population of Khasi Jaintia is more than the population in Garo Hills. So how do we expect that a policy will be reserved equally between the two?
Ka Executive Committee jong ka Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council hapo ka jingalam jong ka kong Grace Mary Kharpuri ka balong ka EM Market ringkat ka Office of EM ka Hima Milliam menha ka sni palay menta ka tayo kila lit ban jurip ya ka jing ot kilo ha yode lang ha yodo Hagate ka sni la sinran lang uba rangkan sai Kharbuki u EM Trade ba Taibor Pathau EM Building ba Jambor War EM Ilaka UCM ka Hima Milliam upa EM Ainam Manix EM ki officer ka tanat enforcement bat ki pulit hagate sni nakaliang ka kong Grace Mary Kharpuri kala yo banyakran mark mar ringkat kinong rep bat kinong khayi hakaba la kentu ba kenya sno tho jingmot lang hapreng paramaki khanang banya imlang bat ba ka jingot kilo kamde sho bandang beteng
ka jingwan ka jongi hangi kali halor ka jing ot kinong rep hadin ka bangi ngila dep yeshong ka meeting ka bamen ka sni kaladon karai na barok kiniang kabangin wan hida lagi hakas spot ban yui kata kejinge kabakita kinong rap kimat ha bay ba ko kino kilaya de pendek apa yang kinong rap kinong khayi kide bendan kejinge songku jimut ba kinong rap ru kide ben songku aba ki ai kimar ki joki chi kinong khayi ba kinong khayi ru kinum mo yabja hagu juga por kinong rap ru bakim de deban dunong ndai jingsha kala don lupa ka order na ka office ka jong ka Hima Milliam adu hajar ka ndai kabla pini ka office ka jong Hima Milliam balakhang ya ka kilo ndai pat kin thau tang ya ki kriya bat ki borni jadi hangka bikin sala ban thiet ki mar ki jong ki amdei shu ban chuat lam sam be into nakamens kem bakani ka jingwan ka jongi hakani kasni kalong ka basay so but nakaliang ka jongi ru ikirpa rep ya kinong rep but aga jo ka poru ya kinong khayi kabakin ya tray lang nakajing sutu namar ba pi nakapor siya kapor inawan ki jing ujon abakado siya kano ka Hima Milliam siya kano ka district council kan pau shairu shabar kumbangin imle kata gadi ka way ka ba ngiru ngi kwa banay ka message ba nakaliang ka council amday ka ba ngi susong kalangti ka ba ngimdon ka taga jing smokia nday ka ba ngi smokia na takadaw ba ngi sawan nday hindi pa mangi one mentaro ganong let's say basuan na bata ka no daw nday pero siya katong nila pre na kakam namar kakam na kakam banya let's say mo ka basuan siya madan madia ka basuya ya hindi na kapor siya kapor kami kamlong hiru bangir ngin chuan mar bangir ni bon kami ringit kem bahapo kacing pek jing kni jong ka Hima Milliam hi bangit kem banang ni syakmat kanun dan kanu kacing ujor
kong ngurbang itu wala da mentai menteri kami kata nei boleh ka prinsip authorization pa ban pek permani kata kacing ya long ya shai jing transparent apa ginong rap ginong khayi
kani te kadi ka Hima Milliam ni kan kadi makate ka mo person authority bomba haban pe tingi di kinong ni ba kinong ayu mo kadi ka Hima Milliam ni ka bade ban kui ban pe ya kata kani ko kilo tambah kalau kan order jumlah order decision na 2000 kembali lah pening na kahima ayu no nakayensin namar balay ba hindi siya ban kilo hindi ban wing na biki jadi perni kriya Hindi ba sila lamsan? Nama kecil lamsan kita beli kila mak sisa. Ni kerpat lem kenya piru ba. Long nai kinyot kan kenya kinong rep kita beli long ni don kecik so. Piru kinong kayu ni don kecik so mo. Baru lem. Nora bro. Ini lupa kita siapa nama kecik sisa. Mana ini nak kede. Kita semua ni hakot kan. Hakot kan balong ni benar be direct gitu. Itu kalau dia Lajib juga, lajib sampai yang cakap. Kita orang pada staff tu betul. Apa bahan? Kau kan kita lomba.
Menaga setiap jongka kendai teri ubnai jemang mentak senam arhajar arpulai hado nyau teli kidukan kibadan hanong po kila pelu. Hendai hakani ke jingja omshim ladan menu-menu ruk bela mensa.
Kini dukan kibla plu santali yai kidan hanong po town shopping complex beratri part kidan hajan jong ka megal kalkum ka chethu jong pasakhi ya kini ka chingja long baya ka ding lawan pele burbu de pulit CRPF habai kren utra kini dukan ulong ba ka chinglut na ka chingchulor kala pala de ki pholak tingka ba na kaliang chong unsa ujor ke FIR halor kini ka chingja
Tiup dah nak kuat lah kalau singa kapur, lai berjaya tu tengah wan mare, don nunggu perlu kapun, jintu kita ada pun tu dah wan mengau dah, kalau nak dipayar kita pasti kulit, nanti pada ni isi sopir dan sin si otak, dah jintu kita tempat tinggi, dan nonton nonton di kira pun pak, dan nonton kita di di aero, pun pak rem, lain gut kita.
Yang batai kendian hado kumno kaja la gadi bagadon ga jing na po ne don bathang buru na ba
don bathang itu na bar
don bila kena kata don buru bathang na ba
kan no ka los try silakan
silakan don barang susuman ni kamar aksi menin sagadukan rodang dapsna
Tapi ada one file FIR police station.
Baruan. Kulit beri yang mana yang sawan oleh Sam Stamp or live private betul.
Tapi lain.
Ni lain mana tamam betul.
Cepat kendur dah.
Tapi semua ban file FIR.
Mukli IFR deh.
Longim ban batai biya adu katangim la handai ba long ngamen step ong marsin ya kitya te itu lok jangan tiu jasulia te mut bulan sene de la pun no i perlok ong ba pila tim pat tiberne ke jinja dukan jongki yang balai iu om tang mut badai bara suwen tu dai pade ke ong der ba wantu kibriu la sya thang lom ta tengi ha por bangi sya ban le ting la syang lut bar khoj ngi ka sula ba donding rum don re I the rum don rengar rum don reng la pen liblut bar khoj ka donding la ra sa yang nomor ban sya jasulia te mar snya poi kom ta ong tengi ngul ngo ma ya ni jingja te mar tapat wan kini kila batai ong ka no baje la ja mut kila itu hadin pade kila ong por ba wan kiserpi kamut kila pen lib ka ding tengi ring TBA kata hadin kata pade syai men step tu ong ngir ngedap ka sul ngo mo pun ya kini ki perlok ken te kinir kila yawan te ka jingdu de kamdir ka baka jungiru nomor ba kiti bi menta ka pertheriam ong pertheriam menta de kitiar kitar ki kitli ki sula ngadon hado sautli ki kutli ki perla nomor don ki perlok ru ki bade tiar matan ki wan bu ki dukan junga ki perla ini menta ki don ki perla nang ta ki don ki sula bathang ri hadiam de ki perlok ru te jungar ki don de tap de ki jumpu umur ki don ki sang kliang ki pila berkoi la dolor tengir ngidap la jososi ke bakrau te ka de por la dolong ka bala de ni kuat baka sarkar ka banyak ko no pan le ya kane ka badon kam namar ba kite ki jingluk ki jimsep jongi namar gilong ki baduk te
रात 2 बजे का से हम लोग मालूम हुआ तो सीआरपी लोग के मतलब वो लोग पहला पानी उनी मारा इसके बाद में हल्ला लग गया तो हम लोग घर से आए देखा पूरा घर अंदर में सब माल उल जला गया हमारा कौन जला दिया तो कोई आदमी के जला दिया ऐसा लगता है हमको नहीं बात
ये कैसा जला मालूम नहीं
वो तो रात में तो हम लोग मालूम नहीं 2 बजे का ऐसा आगुन लग गया करंट भी नहीं है तो कैसा चला कोई आदमी लगा दिया हमको ऐसा दिमाग उठता है
आपको क्या सस्पेक्ट है? आदमी जलाया ना खुद दिया?
आदमी जलाया हमको ऐसे। तो खाली इधर भी नहीं हुआ, आगे में भी बैंक का सामने भी जलाया, इधर में भी जो 2 जगह जलाया। तो कोई ड्रग्स खाने वाला कोई खराब आदमी लोग जलाया ऐसा लगता हमको।
Menteri Rangba Benrap Jong ke Sorkar Jela Basnya Bhalang Dhar ulakren batpin pau baka Sorkar Jela ka yang skembit triang hagarai ke jongka banpin kinria yaki laispa sapu arteli ki longyeng jongki harijan ki besong basa athem yomolong.
Habakran bikrap thai Khubor kasi palai jo Taiew uba dhar ulo ongru baka jindawa jo kinong harajan kala long shaba palat bat kabam la ban long.
That's why we are deputy CM in charge of Information Station who happen to be the chairman of it. At work committee. So maybe next week we will take a call, but not yet fixed the time. So we already filed everything to the court. So at the same time, while we are waiting for court order, we have to sit once.
So what does the affidavit say? That
I don't know. We just filed affidavit for they replied the Harjan committee they didn't accept the proposal of the government. Simple we inform the court. That is at the level.
So there won't be any change in the government stand.
Let's see. Why we should change the stand?
No, because they are demanding land then.
No, that is not possible. That was frankly not possible. Their demand is too high.
Kadharshana Jardosh kabrika menteri jong ka Sorkar Padang kabri pej yakatna railways but textiles menta kata yo kala hiar shi than umden ban ya kendo batngo ya ki nong ther bai ki nong than ya ki jan rindia ha kate ge chaka kadi kolong kum shi benta ban wa jingtip la ki te ki briu ki ju yon em ya ki jinga rabe ki ji hikai ki bitu ai da Sorkar Padang bar ha jo ko poru ban ai men semi ki ba kindang yai beteng ya kani ka kam bandang yai pin mi shushu ya ki jan ten rai
Kani ka jinglait ban ya kendo jong kani ka menteri ya kini ki nong than jan kalong kum shiban taban wat jingtip laki yo ne mi ki jira bar ki jingi kai ki bichu ai na kapor na kliang ka Sorkar Padang bar ha ki jo kapor kalong ru kum shiban taban amen se mi ki bakin nang yai beteng ki kam than bakin laban pin mi shu ya ki jan ten rai ha kani ka si ka menteri kala yo ru ban jure ki katu ka antali ki jaka ki bapin mi ki jan ki sai india ki bakin thup ki design innovation resources center DIRC ka badang dep ban plishan ha ka shnong D1 umden ke jong hi e bar ki wei Hakani kasi lesson ran lang e commentary ru ba mineral bonds aim MLA ka nongpo ba Balaji Rani MDC Warpit Upadhyaya Deputy Commissioner ka Riboy District ki rangba officer na katana jo textile jo Sorkar Jela bar ki wei ki bridal lang
ये आत्मनिर्भर भारत की ओर आगे बढ़ते हुए जिस तरह से हम लोग पूरी योजना बना रहे हैं और डबल इंजन की सरकार के साथ में कल भी सीएम के साथ में वैसे भी नरेंद्र भाई के साथ में कोऑर्डिनेशन में ही सरकार चल रही है लेकिन फिर भी बहुत सारी स्कीम ऐसी है जिसको इंटीग्रेट करना एक साथ में जुड़कर आगे बढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है मैं सभी बंदोपाध्याय जी और हमारी टीम जो हमारे साथ आई है हैंडलूम हैंडीक्राफ्ट के जो भी ऑफिसर्स उनको धन्यवाद दूंगी बहुत अच्छे से ट्रेनिंग हुआ है और अभी लेकिन बहुत कम हुआ है जो समर ट्रेनिंग जिसके ऊपर हमें पूरा आधार है और खास करके आने वाले दिनों में MSME जो छोटे छोटे पैमाने के ऊपर जो काम करने वाले लोग हैं इसके लिए बहुत बड़ी स्कीम आ रही है स्वनिधि योजना की तरह जिसमें पहली बार उन लोगों को 25,000 बाद में 50,000 1 लाख तक की रकम मिलेगी उनको एस्टैब्लिशमेंट के लिए तो ये 3-4 महीने के अंदर अगर हम लोग इसके लिए तैयार हो जाए समर ट्रेनिंग के माध्यम से डिजाइन के सोर्सेज इसके साथ में कार्ड बनाना तालीम लेना तालीम के साथ साथ में नयापन क्या चल रहा है इसके बारे में मास्टर ट्रेनर्स है अच्छे दिल्ली से जब हम लोग यहाँ से बाहर निकलकर बड़े बड़े शहर में दिल्ली मुंबई बेंगलोर जैसे शहर में जाएंगे जहाँ पे ये बहुत बड़ी मार्केट है सिल्क का सबसे बड़ा क्षेत्र पहले हुआ था जब अंग्रेज हमारे ऊपर शासन कर रहे थे उत्तराखंड के अंदर ये सिल्क के कोकून आए थे और उसके बाद में ये एरी मलबरी जो भी जितने प्रकार के सिल्क है 4 प्रकार के बायोबॉटन सिल्क वगैरह जो यहाँ पे प्रोडक्शन उसका हो रहा है
Laitu ka eri silk village naduka hakarik jong ubnai Februari haksnam arga kuwe bang instrumen hadin gejing itu jong ka Sorkar Jela hadin gejing budin hadin gejing tristom jong ki officer ki ki jongi ki badan ngapo ka handlung ba ka sericulture ke sopanai ku beli kerpang ki ada nang ni officer ki jongi ki bom song thai bantrei banyalam ye kilong kemi ki jongi ban penek pensak ya kane ka riti ke dostur kaba idon kum kani kadong bat kathai ha ka bai dei bat kejing penmi ya usai reng dia nadu kejing riknyang kejing penmi ya usai kejing thil kejing airong bat kejing thai bat bandi ki jai rendri kidang don sibun ki bentak ban ka sukmen bagani kejing persang yung phi kinong thai ka borong kan le chapi kinong thai cek officer nagaliang junga kum MLA jung phi ngai jubuddin naga por ngi song thai bantri bat mentar kajing wan yu kejat jung menteri dalade adu kani kesnong ka sin ka banungkong ka bai menteri bri pe jaga textile ida wan dalade ban yu kejat bani I ban yo snow ban snow fu kala jukren ngi por ke bala dia peru kijing erap sisin wan kinom wan dan da sisin bal adon kijing itu ingai scam hagi por ke banwan kijing erap kumma mai ila kren ila batai apa deng jungi ya gini kijing rak kijing ai gitu kika ke Bangladesh pan sam ye pina du menne ya gitu kika ke bala ai seki nong than ki nong bet gitu ki haga ba gitu kika ke bakham he ke bawan naswa gitu ki trainers ki banyo ala kamno komno si ajar engka ya gitu ki trainers bagi trainees ki yo live spa engka kata kade ye gitu kijing ai jing kai ba gitu ke bala don kaka gide ki bala itu na ka sarkar ke bala itu daga department bat kumta ter bat itu kijing persyan ban ai kijing erap yepi haga badeiru na ka banta ka tugayan passbook ka tugayan passbook ti balayo itu passbook kidai bala itu kerpang kamut ba pinio ban thit ya utu uksai yam mo haka dor ka ba yo discount
Hashwa bangin pin kod mitso biang shapi ya ki phangi bokong san sa shisin Lapanlong ya kajing tap vote hapo ka Soyong constituency Hado kendai pawai point prapo hinyo persen poi kinong tap vote Soyong constituency Saupu praganta ai por ka VPP ban pinsange shwa ya kajing tap kam Lejurip ka EM bari pet ya kayo dia lang hayo do Yang scam ka sarkar ban pinkin ria ya ki harijan na them yo mulong Bat kibai degi Khubor Dagato in pin kot noi kini kutup Khubor kini katio mentangin sia syam yang bat pibaro hagatai kubai pat katio kabanwan kubli pibaro bat yasu